What's up, guys? Hey, we're going to talk about why real estate investors fail. And really, I want to focus on three main things that really I see over and over again. So let's think about this. So one of the big things I look at, the reason that real estate investors fail, pretty well top of the list on my side of things is inconsistency, okay? Is I see so many people out there try to go out and make this happen, but what happens is they start working the business, they get really inconsistent with things. So, and what I mean by that common thing I see is, so they go out, let's just take for example, they start pushing out some ads, okay? In regards to, or maybe pay-per-click ads, or let's even take it further. Let's take it down to like postcards, okay? Really simple and things. You start sending out some postcards. You get a deal in the works. When you get a deal in the works, all of a sudden you shut things down in regards to the marketing component. So now you're focusing on the deal, especially if it's a rehab, because now you get involved in that and you're involved in all those moving parts, and then you shut down the problem, you shut down the marketing component, which is then feeding your deals, and it just creates inconsistency. So now it's like boom, and then people, what that happens is they can't maintain the cash flow. If they can't maintain the cash flow, you can't stay in business. So inconsistency to me is one of the top reasons. Number two that I see is people are overthinking this, okay? They overthink this business way too much. And I guess the best way to look at that is they get into this position where they're overanalyzing the deals constantly, all the time. So they get a lead coming in, they start overanalyzing it to the point where they're not sure if they should make an offer at this number, if they should do this number, and they keep going back and forth. Look, when I first started, I'd done that over and over again. Oh my God, I was horrible at that. I would overanalyze a deal to death. And I get to the point where I was almost choking myself, you know, with so much stress and anxiety and everything else, because I was like, oh, I just don't know if I can offer this. And I was afraid that if I offered it, then I was going to be stuck with it. And I keep forgetting that I had a way to get out of the deal on things. So I would overthink it way too much. It caused a ton of stress on things. So overthinking your deals, just the offer making side, overthinking in regards to how you're going to sell the deal, okay? I think about that a lot. I see a lot of investors struggle with that. They're like, okay, but if I get this deal, how am I going to be able to sell it? What happens if I don't sell it? What happens here? What happens this? What happens if the sky falls? You know what I mean? I mean, just on and on and on. All that overthinking, it's like, to me, it's almost like a disease. It'll just destroy your ability to really grow in this business. So those are two of the things. Then the third thing I look at that I feel is probably one of the third biggest things is really listening to other people about this business that don't know anything about it. So what do I mean by that? Let me just take you a little example. So I go back, when I first started back in 1994, I remember when I first started doing deals, I'd done a lot of deals with real estate agents, okay? And I still do some today, but not near as much as we used to. But I spent a lot of time around a lot of real estate agents. So what I would do is I get around those agents and, you know, and remember this, I was newer at that time too, but I was studying really heavy on the investment side of things, and they were not. I was starting to do deals. I was learning how to properly buy the deals, and then they would bring me a potential deal. So they bring me this lead, and they would say, hey, Jerry, they go, hey, I think this is a really good deal. And I would turn around sometimes and listen to them. And then I would buy it, and I would barely make any money, or I would lose money on it. So it's really important, guys, is, you know, that third thing is make sure you're listening to the right people. Make sure you're listening to somebody who's actually doing the business, that's actively doing it. Like I said, nothing wrong with the real estate agents, but unless they're actively involved in doing the investment business on a heavy level, do not listen to them when it comes to if it's a deal or not deal. If it's such a good deal, then why aren't they doing it, okay? That's what I always used to look at as I learned throughout time here on things. That's extremely important. So inconsistency on things, big component to that. So I suggest that you really watch that and make sure you're consistent across the board. Don't cause those big gaps, because if you cause those big gaps, things will drop down very quickly within your business, guys, okay? So that's a big one. And then, as I mentioned, you know, the second component that we look at on things is getting into the point of overthinking. If you're overthinking your deals or any part of this business, it will destroy you too. Big component of things, okay? And then thirdly is listening to other people that don't understand your business. I've seen too many investors go down because of that. The combination of all three of these, you're pretty well writing yourself a death sentence when it comes to this business of being a real estate entrepreneur. So start eliminating those. And guys, do me a favor. If you like this video, make sure you obviously like it and subscribe to my channel. We'll catch you on the next one.